By the end of this video, you'll have a simple yet powerful formula that not only ensures a girl likes you, but actually becomes obsessed with you. But before we dive in, there's one crucial thing you must understand to make this work. You have to be truly comfortable in your own skin and, above all, ready to embrace a bit of delusion. Let me take you back to a time when I knew a guy who had an uncanny ability to always have women around him. And not just around him, but completely obsessed with him. It baffled me because, from what I could see, he wasn't particularly good looking, wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, and certainly wasn't wealthy, quite the opposite. In fact, he was broke. Yet, every girl he met seemed to fall for him, and I couldn't figure out why. Perhaps you know someone like him. As time went on, my curiosity about this mystery grew. I started reading books, listening to experts, and immersing myself in any advice related to this topic. Years of exploration eventually led me to uncover his secret. I still remember asking him how he managed it, and his response was always the same. He said he did nothing special. "I'm just handsome," he'd say, "and any girl I talk to naturally likes me." But as I mentioned, he wasn't handsome by any conventional standard. This led me to an important realization. Looks are not the key to attracting women. There's something deeper at play here, something this guy was doing unconsciously. When he spoke to a girl, he genuinely believed she was already into him. This belief shaped how he behaved, and the way he carried himself made women respond to him positively, as if they were, in fact, already interested. Now, I know this may sound a bit confusing, but stick with me. I'll break it down for you. This guy's secret wasn't about his looks, wealth, or intelligence. It was about the mindset he had. He genuinely thought he was so desirable that all women would naturally be attracted to him. He acted on that belief, and that's the key. This technique, which I'll share with you, is called treat the woman as if she already likes you. I'll explain exactly how to apply this and how to convey this mindset to the girl you're talking to. But first, I want you to grasp the concept. To make a girl truly interested in you, you need to communicate, through your actions and words, that you're superior to her in a way that makes her feel that she wants you. As I pointed out in earlier videos, women are emotional creatures. They are highly influenced by their feelings. The key sentence you need to remember is this: she feels what you feel. If you can make her feel that she is attracted to you, it won't matter who she is. She'll become fixated on you, even if she's not initially interested. If you act as though she is, you'll create an attraction that will grow. At this point, you might be thinking, that sounds a bit delusional. And I'll admit, that's why I told you up front that you need to be prepared to be a little delusional. But trust me, I've spent years studying this, and I've had countless experiences to back this up. I'm not just spitting out some catchy lines or repeating advice you've heard all over the internet. I've tested this myself, and I want you to take this advice seriously. So, let's take an example to make this clearer. Imagine two people are both talking to a beautiful girl. One is just an average guy, and the other knows the technique I'm teaching you. The average guy thinks, "Wow, this girl is stunning. I need to make her like me." Without realizing it, he'll put himself in a position where he feels inferior to her. He'll say to himself, "She's up here, and I'm down here. I need to impress her and make her like me." So, he starts talking about himself, his job, his accomplishments, anything that he thinks will make him seem impressive. Now, here's where it goes wrong. As I mentioned, women operate largely based on emotions, and everything you say will trigger emotional responses within her. In this scenario, the girl will subconsciously interpret the conversation like this: "I saw you and liked you at first, but you don't seem to be interested in me. You're trying to convince me to like you. You need me to like you." It doesn't take a genius to figure out that this girl is not going to develop any genuine attraction for this guy. Now, let's switch to the second person who knows the technique. This guy approaches the girl with the belief that she already likes him. He sees himself as better than her, not in a conceited way, but in the sense that he's secure in his own worth. He doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't talk about his job, his car, or his achievements. Instead, he engages with her in a relaxed, fun, and confident way. He enjoys the conversation without worrying about impressing her. The result? The girl feels his confidence, his assumption that she's already interested in him. And subconsciously, she starts to like him more. Why? Because she's responding to his belief, his energy, and his attitude. It's not about what he says. It's about how he makes her feel. So, the key takeaway is this. Treat the girl as if she already likes you. This will shift the dynamics and make her more attracted to you without you needing to work so hard. This is the first step. Don't try to make the girl you're talking to like you. Forget about impressing her with stories of your accomplishments or talking about how amazing you are. I know the urge will be strong to tell her all about yourself and show her what you've done, but you need to resist. The key here is to act as though she already likes you. Don't worry about convincing her to like you. Your achievements won't win her over. It's the way you carry yourself and how you make her feel that will matter more. Let's now move on to the second step. Remember the ordinary guy from earlier? After chatting for a while, the girl might ask, "Are you trying to get my attention?" The typical guy will panic and think, "Oh no, she's onto me." So he'll try to cover up his intentions, saying something like, "No, I'm not trying to get your attention," and then go on to explain how he's just trying to have a good time. But here's what's happening in the girl's mind. She'll think, "This guy is pretending not to care, but it's obvious he's trying to get my attention. He just won't admit it because he's afraid of me." In that moment, he's shown a lack of confidence and weak character, which instantly lowers his value in her eyes. And let's say, for example, she comments, "That's an ugly shirt." He might respond, "Oh, it was a gift. I don't really like it either, but I was in a rush today and threw it on." In this case, he's justifying himself, explaining his actions, and using logic to get out of an uncomfortable situation. But this behavior makes him appear lower than her, like he needs to rise to her level, and it'll push her away. Now, let's look at the second person who knows the technique. When this guy hears, "Are you trying to get my attention?" he doesn't flinch. He responds with, "Oh my God, I just met you, and you're already thinking about that." Notice the difference in attitude? He's unbothered, confident, and keeps the interaction light. His response doesn't show weakness. It shows he's in control and doesn't need to convince her of anything. What happened in these two situations? Here's an important point I want you to understand, women, often without even realizing it. Test men. It's part of their nature. They'll push boundaries, test your reactions, and see how you handle their behavior. This is something I'll explain in more detail in a future video. But for now, just know that women will test you. They'll challenge you, criticize you, and sometimes even be rude without meaning to. Now, here's the key to handling these tests. You need to act as though she already likes you. This might sound strange, but when she throws a criticism or makes a snarky comment, you treat it as if it's a sign of attraction. You don't need to get defensive or justify yourself. In fact, there are 3 effective ways to handle these situations. Ignore it completely. Turn her comment into a joke. Give an unrelated, confident answer. Let's go through some examples. And I want you to pay close attention. If she says, "You sound like a jerk," you respond with, "Oh, wow, thanks for the compliment. So, where do you work?" If she says, "Are you trying to flirt with me?" you reply with, "No, I don't need to. You're too easy." If she says, "You just try to get into my pants," you can say, "My mom bought me my own pants. I don't need yours. But hey, I have a boyfriend. Great. He could buy us drinks. So, what's your name again?" If she says, "I'm not going to sleep with you," you can play it cool with, "Geez, we just met, and you're already discussing sex? Are you gay?" If she says, "I know what you're doing," you respond with, "Oh, wow, you're so attracted to me that you're already trying to figure me out. Slow down. Sister, I hate you." If she says, "That's an ugly shirt," you can laugh it off with, "That's a bad pickup line. Missy, won't work on me. Try something else." If she says, "What makes you think I want to hang out with you?" you respond confidently, "Don't worry. I'll get rid of you after you introduce me to your cute little friend over there." And if she's behaving in ways that aren't to your liking, don't be afraid to show it. Start walking away and say, "You know, this really isn't working." That sends a powerful message that you don't need her validation. and you're not afraid to walk away. This method may sound bold, but it works. Treating her like she already likes you gives you the power to stay calm, confident, and in control of the situation, no matter how she tries to test you. If she's acting angry for no reason, try this. You look so cute when you're angry, but be careful. Missy, I might have to take you back home and make you sit on a chair facing the wall. My mom used to do that to me when I acted like a bad boy. Now, I want you to really pay attention to this part because it's one of the most important things I'll share with you in this entire series. It's all about mastering the mindset and approach to dealing with women in a way that draws them to you, rather than pushing them away. So, take this in and understand it. Let's move on to the final step now. But before we do that, there's something crucial you need to understand. In our society, we tend to place high value on things that are difficult to obtain, or things that require effort and persistence to achieve. This is why precious metals like platinum, diamonds, and gold are valued so highly. It's not just because they are expensive, but because they are rare, and the challenge to obtain them makes them even more valuable. Now, when a girl asks you, "What did you do all day?" most average guys might respond with something like, "Oh, not much. What about you?" This response instantly tells her you're just like every other guy with a boring life. And here's the problem. You've just shown that you're too easy to get. There's no challenge for her here, and that's never going to spark interest. Let me show you a better way to answer the same question. When a girl asks you, "What did you do all day?" you could respond like this. "I did loads of exciting stuff, but I don't think I can tell you." She'll likely be intrigued and ask, "Why?" And you can respond with something like, "Well, I don't think you'll be able to handle it, Missy, and I don't think you can keep secrets. You don't look that trustworthy." If she insists, you can say, "You guess. Girl, we've just met. How do you expect me to trust some girl? Give me 10 reasons why I should trust you." This creates intrigue and makes her work for your attention. You've now automatically taken the lead role in the conversation, and you've made her realize that you're a challenge. And that's exactly what you want. She's going to have to put in the effort if she wants to get your attention. Always remember this. In any interaction, either you're challenging her or she's challenging you. She'll want you to qualify yourself to match her level. But you should take the lead and set the pace from the start. By doing this, you establish yourself as someone valuable and in demand, and the attraction will be strong. In short, with any girl you talk to, treat her as if she already likes you. Don't worry about trying to gain her approval. Don't stress about making her like you. What matters is that you have a good time with her and enjoy the moment. That's all. If you haven't watched the previous episodes in this series yet, I've included a link to them in the description. And make sure to leave a comment and tell me what challenges you're facing so I can address them in the next video. Thanks for watching.